Welcome everybody, happy snow day. I'm not going to do any weather reporting today because it's kind of clear what's going on out there, and I'm glad to see everybody. So I'm Diane Tucci. I run Main Street Agency, which is the official coordinator of Long Island Winterfest. We've been running Winterfest for this is the fourth year now, and super excited to have some new towns joining us this year. I'm chuckling at myself that we managed to expand even in a pandemic. So I think it's cool. But we're expanding because of really great leaders in other towns, and looking forward to continue that for years going forward. So we have Kevin Wood with us, who's been involved in Winterfest for a long time, and David Kennedy from the Greater Patchogue Chamber of Commerce, and Holly, and I don't have your last name, from the Port Washington bid.
Yeah, Holly Burns.
Holly Burns. So I'll jump to Kevin to see where we want to start the conversation today.
Well, it's
unless you're still doing things.
I am still doing things, but I'll multitask. I look back at some of the video from when I first got involved. I feel like it was 2012, but I just pulled up something from 2014. You can see it on my Facebook page, and just an exciting time going from winery to restaurant to live music to it really started Jazz on the Vine. I think people remember that. Live on the Vine, it was called at first. Correct, Diane?
Yep.
Then with your help,
had a few names.
Yeah, so it's been expanded to arts and food. And hey, listen, we told off air, we said we're just keeping this thing alive, and it's going to be more alive than ever, I think, in the future. But just to be able to get together and talk this out and bring two live musicians in, even under a foot of snow, I think is wonderful. So I'm looking forward to this and other years.
Yeah, and I'm excited because today, even though we've managed to pull this off, and literally I said Kevin and I had a meeting at 11 o'clock this morning and put this whole thing together. First, it started with Alex Alexander, who's going to be playing at 2 o'clock, who's been involved with Winterfest probably since the beginning, but we'll find out from him exactly when. So he was a part of Jazz on the Vine, as Kevin was, and he offered to do some live playing for us online.
Here's a great story.
How long?
The literal day I met Alex Alexander, I think it was called the Riverhead Project. He was playing in the back, and he sees me come in with a camera. That time, cameras were large. And so, okay, a camera, but I was also literally live streaming Alex. And this is like 2012, and not a lot of people were doing that. You can do it on your phone now, of course. And he was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then we just had a great friendship ever since then, because he really relished that time. He was just playing and really making people happy at the Riverhead Project. So it's like
that's awesome. So we know it goes back to at least 2012, and we're 2021 now. Yeah. So first he offered, and then Kevin and I have we've been working on projects at Winterfest pretty much since I started running it. And he's a creative genius, video technology, media guru. So we've been connecting, and all of a sudden I told him Alex Alexander was going to play, and I knew they were friends. And he's like, oh, I could do a Zoom. And next thing you know, we've got a full-blown webinar, Zoom, YouTube, Facebook. We've got everything going on. And I know that, for time's sake, I'm going to jump to a couple of our guests quick, and then we can go back, because Kevin and I can keep talking all day. But I figured we'd invite David Kennedy and Holly Burns, as the two new towns joining Winterfest. So, right, the concept was that, Winterfest began on the east end of Long Island, actually began on the North Fork in the vineyards, and over time grew out into, more of Riverhead and the South Fork. And then seeing that success, I realized, because I do tourism, marketing, and community building, it was a great model to bring to other vibrant downtowns that already have winter activities, or are maybe looking for winter activities, that we can help you take this great model and fun and bring it to the other towns. So I didn't think we were going to do it for 2021, because it's really at the heart. Winterfest is about music, live music, social gathering, being in the breweries, bringing in the vineyards, going out and eating. And so I'm super excited that we have live streaming music today. But David Kennedy and Holly were two people who said, no, let's do it now. So I'm gonna jump to David. shoveling snow and kindly came in to jump on with us for a couple minutes. So I want to be super conscious of your time. But
Thank you. Yeah, no, I got the families out there and we're trying to dig out. And but what an appropriate day to start Winterfest.
Yeah.
I don't know if you planned it this way, Diane,
did.
but a great start. I think everybody's certainly in the right mood today to start this month and a half long series of things happening across Long Island. And Kevin and Holly, wonderful to join with you. We certainly got a great cross section of the full length of Long Island here from Port Washington to Riverhead, from Patchogue to Port Chef. That's wonderful. Yeah, and really excited. People do think, when they think of Long Island, winter isn't always the time people think about, Long Island being active. And there's so many great things that go or year round on Long Island. And certainly Patchogue, that's no different. Our restaurants and our entertainment going is the 365. Even through this year, though, it's been a challenge like everybody. And we've really had to think and be creative on how we were going to keep the spirit of what we do in Patchogue going. But if anything I've learned through this past year is there's no more creative spirit out there than the small business owner. And I'm just blessed to be able to work with them and partner with them. And we're very excited about this opportunity to really highlight what we're doing all winter long through Long Island Winterfest and have our community tied to it. So, we're on there, take you to our website. You'll see all the great activities from our Sunday brunches that are always going on. And there's always a little music entertainment going on. And certainly every night, our restaurants through with the proper regulations are certainly welcoming people, providing some of that entertainment. Trivia nights, a lot of our places are doing. Blue Point Brewery just launched a new brand to their products, and they're doing some new releases throughout the next few weeks as well. So always a reason to come down to Patchogue. And really excited.
Yeah.
Long Island Winterfest is a brand I know that even people into the city are checking out, and we welcome them to come on out.
And I think it's cool that, what's unique, and Holly, we'll get Holly on after you run, and you can watch this later and hear what she had to say. But this gives more of an opportunity of people locally, because this year it's about traveling safe, right? So we have a couple challenges that even if places have live music, we really can't advertise it and promote it due to the state regulations. So Winterfest being grounded in live music before, we're going to be pushing that travel safe message, and you kind of got to dig through the information to find where the live music is. But as things open up, hopefully that'll happen before it's over, and we'll be positioned to advertise that. But everyone kind of jumping on, really this conversation started happening after January 1st. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to come yet on the calendar in Patchogue, and be able to talk more about what's going on, who's got stuff going on. Kevin and I think we're going to be doing this on a weekly basis so we can give updates in real time to everybody. But we're excited to have Patchogue on, and when things go back to normal, we're looking forward to what you guys can do for special Winterfest events in the years to come. So for now,
absolutely. Yeah,
I thank you.
As you said, live music, I guarantee you that if you go out on a Friday, Saturday night and happen to dine in Patchogue, obviously before 10 o'clock, and hopefully that's going to change soon, but I guarantee there's probably a local musician that's playing, even though it's not advertised as the regulations state. But that's going to be an interesting part of Winterfest this year too, is that as we move along, it seems like the governor is starting to talk about how he's going to be opening up different things as we move forward. So I'm excited to, as we get toward the end of this Winterfest, that even a lot more might be going on, because there's a lot more that's going to be allowable to go on. So,
yep.
No, I do appreciate this opportunity. And, I know they're saying rain's coming after the snow. And I remember the last snowstorm, shoveling between, with that ice level that was there. So I want to try to avoid that and have my cars ready to get everybody out first thing tomorrow. But, I welcome you guys anytime you need me to come on and highlight as we move through this. Kevin, I know you've done a live broadcast already in Patchogue, and if you ever wanted to come down during Winterfest and we could do a little, highlight of some of the things going on, I certainly welcome that. And it's really an honor, Holly, to be joining Port Washington as a new community with Long Island Winterfest. So many great things are happening in Port Washington. What makes Long Island special is each downtown is so unique and offers a different atmosphere. And I'm glad to be part of that coalition of great downtowns that make Long Island special. So thank you guys for everything. Be safe out there today. And I look to see you out there celebrating Long Island Winterfest.
You got it. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it, guys. Be well.
Bye.
Bye.
So Holly, that puts the spotlight on you because our conversations have been so inspiring, and it takes a lot of great people and innovative thinkers and people who can work spontaneously, because this has all been, I'd say, and I didn't, I failed to mention, but obviously people know Patchogue for Live After 5, but David Kennedy and I are both, I planned to live on 25, he plans Live After 5. So I say, we know how to be fully open and run big events, but this is a new time for us to kind of be creative, think outside the box, and still support our small businesses in our community. So conversations with you are so inspiring in that nature, but I'd let you introduce yourself. And
well, thank you again. And kind of following what David was saying, it's like, I just feel like I just found a whole bunch of siblings. Like, if Patchogue and Port Washington, Port Jeff were all like sister brother cities, I think it's great. And that whole Long Island wide, I'm originally from the Midwest, but I've lived here now longer than I did growing up. And this is home. And there's so much to learn and explore that I have been finding, even though I've lived in this, county, in this area for 20-something years. So maybe 2 years ago, I took my daughter and her friends. I was a designated driver, mom in the minivan, and we did Long Island Winterfest big time. And we had an awesome time. We probably hit 10 different locations over the weekend. And it was so fun. And then when the opportunity came up at the Smart Growth Summit to maybe expand and have like a Western outpost, hand up, I thought that would be awesome. So again, I just feel privileged that we can help boost it, be a part of such a fun, lively, unique program. And in a way, what you've been able to create in this crazy time is really kind of unique too. Like the whole idea of doing some outdoor activities that are a little more family friendly, in support of what might be happening in the pubs and the restaurants elsewhere, I think is such a brilliant idea. And then again, what next year can bring gets even better. Like we have Sands Point Preserve is a historical guided tour. Our library just launched an app to take a tour of our nautical maritime waterfront. I mean, the timing is perfect. So you could come walk along the waterfront, learn all this historical things, self-guided, lots of distance, lots of space, and then choose a restaurant or somewhere else that's offering some sort of specialty and maybe some music, there as well. So it's been a wonderful pairing of all the different things that we have to offer. So we're thrilled to be a part of it. I also personally have intentions to visit all of the different sections in the next 7 weeks. So it's exciting for me. I can't wait to get to Patchogue. I can't wait to get out east again and sample. It's like the ultimate buffet. So I'm thrilled.
And I can't wait to come to Port Washington, and I can't wait to go to Port, and that's what I was kind of saying, like now, and Kevin, which we're going to get into a little bit too. There's only, obviously putting together something like this usually takes a year long of planning. That was kind of the point with the Live After 5 and Live on 25. It takes a lot of planning and a long time to get a robust schedule and robust venues. So we just kind of all jumped in and said, let's just do it. We'll figure it out as we go. My motto in my office has been no stress. I'm not allowing anybody to get stressed over things because it's a pandemic. Anything goes and nothing goes right now. So we just have had to learn to be more flexible. And I know that as time goes on, more of your people in Port Washington and Kevin in Port Jefferson, which is another town that I'm really looking to bring Winterfest to, we're going to have a conversation, maybe even getting them on the calendar before, like now in the next couple of weeks, because they have great things going on there. And really to me, the idea behind Winterfest has become what I kind of created, that branding where it was jazz on the vine and really about being in the vineyards. In the time since it started in 2007, all these breweries popped up, and the culture of breweries on the eastern end of Long Island is so cool and fun. And you've got, different culture in each town. And that's where I started kind of guiding the message into being a celebration of the culture, where each one of you in your individual towns acts as a personal tour guide to us, saying, particularly in COVID, like, I've got 3 kids, they're driving me nuts. Where do we go? We can get in the car, drive to your pier, even if it's just a driving on Long Island, as long as you're not on expressway and traffic, is really beautiful. So maybe, as we grow and expand, we can give people scenic routes to get to each town. But, so I'm so thankful that you guys jumped on board and you've been proactive, and you've got a lot of stuff on your page. And if you go to longislandwinterfest.com, it either points back to everybody's web pages, or we're kind of, curating the information. But, and you're welcome to stay on at 3. I think Alexander is going to join us in a couple minutes, but we're going to get back on at 2:45 when he's done. And we're going to talk for another couple minutes. So you're welcome. And of course, if you have anything else to say, I want to give you the opportunity.
No, just come on to Port Washington. And then I'm encouraging Port Washington to, like you said, take a little road trip, take a mini road trip, go explore. I just, again, when I went out to visit the vineyards in the wintertime, I definitely made a point of coming back in the summertime. And I hope that also people say, oh, I'm going to come back to Port Washington in the summertime, see what else we have in the different seasons. This is just a teaser of what good secrets and treats every town has.
And to the point, we have a lot of Winterfest venues. What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. You'll have to edit that out later. We have a lot of venues who unfortunately are closed right now. So in Riverhead, we have the Suffolk Theater, who's been a key participant, and you're probably finding too. We know that the people that traditionally participate in Winterfest are under a lot more stress right now, might not be open. So that point about coming back is that, we're going to keep some of those venues on our website, and you're welcome to do the same, even if they're not open, so that people will know, hey, come back. Come back when we're fully open. Like we've got dance schools, we've got restaurants, whatever it is that you can highlight, for people to come. Patchogue was excited because they have another ferry route to Fire Island, and most people don't associate Fire Island with Patchogue. So, as we work through their messaging, that's something that we get to talk about, so it's to that point. So anyway.
So what I was going to say, and Holly, please, by all means, stay on at least till I get Alex on, Alex Alexander.
Yeah.
As we speak right now, this weekend and the next 2 weekends, Port Jefferson is having what used to be an ice festival. And you can see how successful that was that would have been 2020. This year, we're not calling it an ice festival, but it's a weekend, 3 weekends of winter ice sculptures. And so you talk about, taking that aspect of it and creating that around everything else we've been talking about. It leads for just all the more reason to get together. But again, from a self-promotion point of view, for the village, the next 2 weekends, there'll be ice sculptures. And Diane, I'm quite sure we can actually pull something off this year.
I'm sure we can.
Yeah, I really think we can. So Alex is in the wings. So we're 2 minutes to 2. We are like TV ready. We're so good. Let me bring Alex in and we'll say hello to him. And give me a second. Hey, Alex, you there?
Can you hear me? Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just can't see you yet.
Now we're going to get you the whole thing here, Alex. Stand by. Getting you on set. That's how easy it is, Incredible.
So while you're doing that, I think the ice sculpture and the point about outdoor activity is great, because what I found was every year during Winterfest, it always had the President's Week break in it. And while it was very geared to adults and drinking and the vineyards and breweries, the families that were coming out were like, well, what is there for families to do? So a family would come out, stay in a hotel, parents go to the vineyards, and then the kids do what? So this is actually a great opportunity to bring in, ice sculptures and walks through the park and these other things, because inevitably you're going to go to a restaurant or stay at a hotel or make that package experience. So
yeah,
there he is.
It's
one right. Yeah, man.
Good. You see, practice helps, right? All right.
Good to see you guys. Yeah.
I'd like to, if you don't mind, just because Alex is a dear friend, and I told you the story before how I met Alex, actually at Winterfest. Here's what makes Alex Alexander a little different. First of all, he is just so gracious with his playing. He plays in normal times all over Long Island. And I do mean New York City. I mean, really, all 3 states, Long Island, the Hamptons. He knows a book of songs, a few hundred songs, and he's got a whole jazz thing. And you're doing fine there, Alex. Don't over adjust, because I know
Okay, yeah,
you'll knock over the camera. You'll knock over the
I want
camera.
to get my 1960 Gibson in here, man. I couldn't see.
Absolutely. Alex, so, talk a little bit, even before you go live here. We have Holly Burns from Port Washington, of course, Diane, Long Island Winterfest, and myself. Just tell us, what you love putting across to people. I mean, you just did a show the other day. You should tell the audience, for older people in a nursing home, right? On Zoom?
It was a Glen Cove Senior Center.
Right.
I do a lot of work in Nassau, Holly. How you doing, Holly, over there?
Doing great. Doing great.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm the house guy at Fox Hollow and Mill Ridge Inn.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm in Nassau a lot. Well, before COVID, things changed. But yeah,
Right.
I'm always over there. And
Alex, how many songs do you know, Alex?
what's that?
How many songs do you know?
Over 1,000, man. Yeah.
Wow. I said,
All in my head and my book. I got some books. When I forget things, I have some senior moments. So
That's 1,000 from memory?
No, most of them, maybe 700 in memory. You can hear the more you
so back to the essence of Winterfest. It's everything that also Alex enjoys too, right? He loves good food. He loves the arts. You can see with the hat, he loves that kind of thing, his guitar. So he really, to me, he embodies Winterfest.
Cool, man. Yeah, it's good to be a part of such a great team that supports the arts, man. And when I met you in Winterfest years ago, it was like sort of spur of the moment. There was a little conundrum, but we just went right through it, man. At the Riverhead Project, that was years ago. Yeah,
I said that. Yeah, I had that right. Good.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Listen.
So can I ask you, because I'm not really sure do you know what year you began playing? You were playing Jazz on the Vine when it was actually Jazz on the Vine, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know what year it was. When 11, 12?
I think it was 11 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. And
yeah.
we're so glad to have you here today, live streaming. We're trying
Thank you.
Ever since the shutdown, people who know me know that I'm, big supporter of not just the arts, but really music, especially, and, trying to keep our musicians thriving and surviving. We've done Craft Aid fundraiser. We tried to help support the breweries and musicians. And so it's a strange time. We'd much rather be seeing you in person at the vineyard or at a restaurant, but I'm grateful to have you here today, and at least keeping the theme of music alive in Winterfest. So I'm so grateful for all of you today, actually. So
what are you going to start?
Anything else you'd like to?
I'm going to start off with a little Latino music by Mr. Dean Martin, man. What's better than this, right? You guys ready for me? All right.
So we're gonna keep on YouTube. We'll get off video and just stop the video, and I'll make you the man of the hour. Thanks.
Oh, you're gonna stop me now, and I'm not gonna touch anything, right?
You're not gonna touch anything. We'll go off video, so I'll keep logged in, and then we'll come back
Very
about
good.
2:45, and we'll keep chatting. So
very good. Good seeing everybody and meeting you, Holly, and everybody.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Should I just roll into this and start playing, or is it?
Take it away, sir. Take it away.
All right. What's better than to start off Winterfest with this tune? All right. Welcome, everybody. This is Alex Alexander. When my rhythm start to play, dance with me and make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with me. When you dance, you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. All the dances may be on the floor. My eyes will see only you have that magic technique. When we sway the weed, I can hear the sounds of violence. long before it begins. Make me thrill, it's only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. When the rhythm start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, stay with ease. When you dance, you have a way with me, sway with me, stay with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, my eyes see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway the weed, I can hear the sounds of violins long before it begins. Make me feel it's only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Make me feel it's only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Make me feel it's only you know how. Sway me through and sway me now. Oh, make me feel it's only you know how. Sway me through and sway me now. All right, that was Sway by Mr. Dean Martin. Yeah, welcome everybody to Winterfest. I guess this is the kickoff party. Yeah, my name is Alex Alexander. My website, alexanderlivemusic.com. Yeah, man. I play all over Nassau and Suffolk, and it's good to support the arts out there. I want to thank East Hampton Chamber of Commerce and Port Washington Chamber and Patchogue for joining in. If you need live music, hit me up, man. I do a lot of old school. Here's something from this old jazz standard. Someday, when I'm all alone, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you. Just the way you look tonight. You're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing more for me to love you. Just the way you look tonight. With each word, my tenderness flows, tearing my fears apart. Oh, and that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Your love for me never change. Keep this breathless child. Oh, won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Well, someday when I'm off alone, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you, just the way you love tonight. You're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing more for me to love you, just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look, just the way you look, just the way you look tonight. All right, here we are. We're back. We're back, everybody. We're okay. You moved. I saw you standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. A blue moon. I knew just what you were there for. I started saying a prayer for someone I really didn't care for. Suddenly appeared before me, the one my eyes could hold. Somebody whispered, please adore me. When I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Oh, moon, I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. I saw you standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. A blue moon, I knew just what you up there for? I started saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And suddenly appeared before me, the one my eyes could ever hold. Somebody whispered, please adore me. But when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. All right, that was Blue Moon. Sorry about that technical difficulty over there. We're moving right along. We're okay right now. I like to see my audience. I can't do that now, but I play music from 1935 to today. But I read the room. I like to read the room, man. But I can't see anybody, so I'm just making it up. But we do a lot of old American songbook tunes. But again, AlexanderLiveMusic.com. You can catch me there. All right, here's a Johnny Cash tune that you don't really hear anymore. I think Tom Jones had a big hit with it. All right, here goes. This whole hometown looks the same. As I step down from the train, out to meet me is my mama and my papa. Down the road I look, and here comes Mary. Hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. This old house is still standing, though the paint is cracked and dry. There's that old oak tree I used to play on. Down the lane I look, and here comes Mary. Hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass at home. Yes, they'll all come down to meet me, arms wide open and smiling sweetly. Again I dream the green, green grass at home. Down the road I look, and here comes Mary. Hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass at home. Guess they'll all come down to meet me, arms wide open and smiling sweetly. Again I dream the green, green grass at home. Down the road I look, and here comes Mary. Hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass at home. As I awoke, looked around me, to these gray walls that surround me, I realized I was only dreaming. Well, there's a car, they both said walking back and forth the day to break. Again, I dream of the green, green grass of home. Down the road I look, and here comes Mary. Hair of gold and lips like cherry. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Down the road I look, and here comes Mary. Hair of gold and lips like cherry. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come down to meet me, arms wide open, smiling sweetly. Again I dream the green, green grass of home. hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. All right, yeah, a big hit for, I think Tom Jones had a big hit with Johnny Cash, you know. I forget who wrote that tune. But thank you guys for having me. And if you need me, you know where to find me, alexanderlivemusic.com. Yeah. I do a lot of work in Nassau. I'm the house guy at Fox Hollow and the Mill Ridge Inn. And next couple of weeks, I'm at Glen Oaks in Old Westbury. Glen Oaks Country Club there, beautiful place there. If you remember, come down and see me. I'll be playing some live music over there. Things are opening up a little bit, you know. It's a crazy time, but we're gonna get through this. All right, yeah, man. All right, here's an Italian tune from 1957. Sometimes in the world, in the valley of Him, all this bustle and puzzle, no heartaches in me. But you and I have a love that'll remind us there is a way we can leave these shadows behind us. Oh, Larry, whoa, whoa. Whoa, let's fly up to the clouds, away from this maddening crowd. We can sing in the glow of the stars that I know when love is enjoyed, peace of mind. And let's leave this confusion and all this illusion behind. Like birds of a feather, rainbow together we'll find. Oh, Larry, whoa, whoa. Entirely, whoa, whoa. No wonder my happy heart sings. Your love has given me wings. Hallelujah, a pentity blue. Felice, me ne grazie, volare, 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 mare crozzi, perdono, mamma non lo. Bella luna, Gino mare, hey, hey, bacia galoo. Like birds of a feather, rainbow together we'll find. Volare, oh, tentare, oh. No wonder my happy heart sings. Your love has given me wings. Your love has given me wings. Bellaloop, diddy blue. Your love has given me wings. All right, help me out singing on this next verse as it comes around on the guitar. But it's a cold and snowy day up there. Here comes everybody right now. Volare. Whoa, whoa. Cantare. Whoa, whoa. Oh, no wonder my happy heart sings. Your love has given me wings. Bellaloop, painted blue. Your love has given me wings. Oh, your love has given me wings. Your love has given me wings. All right, one more time, everybody. Oh, Lottie. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. No wonder my happy heart sings. Your love has given me wings. Your love has given me wings. Your love has given me wings. All right, Volare, 1957. Yeah. All right. Here's something from the 70s. You know what? I want to play this for Port Washington, this next tune, because I think Burt Bacharach lived up in Port Washington, I think. Didn't he? This is one of my favorite tunes. Mr. Burt Bacharach. You see this guy's in love with you. Yes, I'm in love. Who looks at you the way I do? When you smile, I can tell we know each other very well. Can I show you? I'm so glad I got to know you. I've heard some talk. They say you think I'm fine. This guy's in love, and what I do to make you mine. Tell me now, is it so? I don't want to be the last to know. My hands start shaking. Don't let my heart keep breaking. I need your love. I want your love. Say you're in love with this guy. I've heard some talk. They say you think I'm fine. This guy's in love, and what I do to make you mine. Tell me now, is it so? I don't want to be the last to know. My hands are shaking. Don't let my heart keep breaking. I need your love. I want your love. Say you're in love with this guy. All right, this guy's in love with you. I think it was a big hit for Herb Albert, the Tijuana Brass, written by Mr. Burt Bacharach, who I believe was from Port Washington, man. All right, here's a beautiful tune written by Mr. Roy Orbison. All right, let me get a little scorched. I want to have a shout out to Sanino's Winery and Vineyards. Great place. I work there all the time. And Raphael, I work with them every once in a while. And Michael Anthony's in Riverhead, great restaurant. I'm there every Saturday night if there's no COVID around. And Kevin Wood at the Space in Port Jeff, great place. This was written by Mr. Roy Orbison. Feel so bad, I gotta wear it mine. I'm so lonesome all the time. Since I left my baby behind, I'm blue by you. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happy times. I'm blue by you. I'm going back someday. Come what may, blue you. Where they're fishing boats with their sails afloat. If I can only see that familiar sunrise through their sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. I'm gonna see my baby again. Gonna be with some of my old friends. Maybe I'll feel better again. I'm blue by you. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happy times. I'm blue by you. I'm going back someday. Come what may, it's blue by you. Where the folks are fine and the world is mine. I'm blue by you. Where they're fishing boats with their sails afloat. If I can only see that familiar sunrise through these sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. I'm going back someday. Come on, man, it's a blue by you. Where the folks are fine and the world is mine. I'm blue by you. Where they're fishing boats with their sails afloat. If I could only see that familiar sunrise through these sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Oh, that girl of mine by my side, the silver moon, the evening tide. There's some sweet day that's gonna take away this hurting inside. Well, I'll never be blue, my dreams come true. That blue by you. All right. Blue by you. Yeah, my phone was swinging in that thing. Yeah. That was written by Mr. Roy Orbison and big hit for Linda Ronstadt. All right, here we're gonna jazz it up a bit here. Where the hell was I? All right. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. Deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair surely won't go so well. Why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well I got under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice, comes in the night, repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, the simple thought of you makes me stop before I begin. I got you under my skin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice, comes in the night, repeats in my ear. But don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, the simple thought of you makes me stop before I begin. I got you under my skin. I got you under my skin. I got you under my skin. All right, I've got you under my skin, man, Mr. Cole Porter. All right, here's some by the Everly Brothers. I like to play with a lot of energy, man, if you can't figure that out. Don't want to be too sleepy, you know. There goes my baby with someone new. She sure looks happy. I am blue. She was my baby, oh, gently walking. But by romance, that might have been. Bye bye love, bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna die. Bye bye love, bye bye. Bye bye love, bye bye sweet caress. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna die. Bye bye love, bye bye. I'm through with romance, I'm through with love, I'm through with counting my stars above. Now here's the reason I am free. My loving baby is doing me. Bye bye love, bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna die. Bye bye love, bye bye love, bye bye sweet caress. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna die. Bye my love, bye my love, bye bye. All right, yeah, the Everly Brothers, man. Yeah, if you need any live music, go to alexanderlivemusic.com, man. And you can see my website that Kevin Wood just built for me. It's really hip, very nice job he did. If you need any web building, call Kevin, man. He's the man. He has the space over there to shoot it. It's beautiful. And yeah. All right, here's something by Mr. Van Morrison. Have I told you lately I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You fill my life with gladness, take away all my sadness. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. Morning sun with all its glory comes meet the day with love and coming home with you. You fill my life with gladness, take away all my sadness. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours and mine like the sun. And at the end of the day, we should give thanks and praise to the one. Have I told you lately? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You fill my heart with laughter, somehow make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. That's a love that's divine, yours and mine like a sun. And at the end of the day, we should give thanks and praise to the one. To the one. Have I told you lately I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You fill my life with gladness, take away all my sadness. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. All right, yeah, man, that was Mr. Van the Man.
Alex,
Van the Man.
Alex, can you hear me? It's Kevin.
Yeah.
One more, sir. One more. We love what you're doing.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I want to do this old tune. You don't really hear much anymore. But, all right, yeah, man, this is a tune by Sinatra.
Who's that? Who's Sinatra? Oh, Alex.
Right, here it goes. Let love be a lady tonight. Let love be a lady tonight. Love be a lady. If you've ever been a lady to begin with, let love be a lady tonight. Love be a gentleman, you see. How nice a thing you can be. I know the way you treated other guys you met with. And let luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave, her essence gone. It isn't fast, it isn't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's day. Let's keep this party light. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, you're the fella you in with. Let luck be a lady. Let luck be a lady. Let luck be a lady. Let luck be a lady tonight. Be a lady. Let luck 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 be a lady tonight. All right.
Oh, wow.
Luck be a lady. Thank you very much.
Very, very beautiful. Good stuff, Alex. Good stuff.
Cool.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you out there.
We put you on Facebook, Winterfest. People were clapping, loving it, and hopefully you get some tips. Don't spend
Cool,
it.
man. Yeah. Send them out, man. We need the love over here. You know, I got to buy another hat. I only have 200. But yeah.
I didn't realize I was muted. Thank you so much, Alex, for doing this. And I think we're going to do this again. So, right?
Cool, Diane. Yeah, keep me in the loop and, you know, and we'll talk. Yeah, it's very
Okay.
good. I'm sorry about that technical difficulty here, man. You know.
No
But it
problem at
happens.
all. You're more than made up for it.
Cool. Very good. We'll see you on the rebound.
We'll see you on the road.
As they say back in the 70s, I'll see you on the flip side.
All right.
Yes, an old one.
Bye, Alex.
Nobody knows what you're talking about when you say that now. All right. Be well. Ciao.
Take care. All right, Di, there we go. It's just you and I right now. We got some folks in the waiting room. We're going to bring in Vito in just a second. Vito, I know you can hear me, so thanks for standing by. And fantastic. Winterfest let's get it right, the 15th year, right? LI Winterfest.
15. So can we talk about this for a second?
Yes, we can.
So Winterfest was started in 2007 by the Long Island Wine Council, East End Arts, and I think Hotel Indigo Hat was another huge driver amongst a whole bunch of people. And at some point when I was doing the marketing materials, I don't know, December, I started counting. And last year, so what did you have on record for last year? The 13th annual?
Yeah, we all said 13. It was in the byline. You said it on stage. I said it on the red carpet.
Right. And did you count today? So if you go 2007 and you count to 2021, it's actually the 15th annual. So somewhere we skipped a year, but I'm like, let's get it right. Because it did start in 2007 and it's actually going into its 15th year. So, you know.
I think people need to sort of also understand those early years when New York State might have had a little bit more to part with, right? There was some, great support.
Yes.
And times have changed in that regard for so many reasons. So going forward, we rely on sponsors to keep us going, right? And it's expanded. Winterfest now means more than just jazz music. It now means local arts, local crafts, everything to do with Long Island in the winter, food, wine, craft brewery, as you mentioned before.
Yep.
I mean, when this first started in 2007, there might have been 3 or 4 craft breweries at most. And now there's over 15, at least.
Right. And they're really the ones that have latched onto it the most in the past years. And, Jamesport Farm Brewery, who actually doesn't open up until February 5th, said, last year, if it wasn't for Winterfest, they don't know what kind of business they would have had. It's been going on for so long that people are coming out to the east end of Long Island and looking for it already. And again, that's why we're hoping to bring that success to, because actually we've done such a good job that now we're busy in the winter, really. I mean, compared, except for this year, but it's
That's okay.
different.
That's okay. I have to ask you that is a real fire in the back, isn't
That
it?
is the real fire. Just stoke the fire. I could go touch it, but I burned my finger. I've done that before.
Ah, cozy.
Yes, it's a very cozy spot to be on a snowy winter day. And my kids and my boyfriend are out shoveling my snow off my car while we're talking, which is nice. But yeah,
Second.
so
No,
you to mention sponsors before, and I think that's important. So yes, in the beginning, because people have asked a lot of questions, they're like, oh, why isn't there music everywhere? So the original years of Winterfest, they had actually a significant amount of funding from New York State and grants and such. But grants are not meant to make an event sustainable. And so once that funding kind of dried up, it got passed off to the venues and organizers. This year, as organizers, typically to be a part of Winterfest, there's a participation fee, which helps us do all the things we need to do for marketing, build the website. But me and my staff looked at and go, the very people we serve are the people who've been hit the hardest. I can't go out and ask anybody for a fee to participate in it. So we waived any fees to anybody who's been involved in Winterfest in any years prior, just so that they could get on the calendar. That, we have new towns joining, so it doesn't really apply to them, but anybody who's been involved in supporting Winterfest in a year prior, there's no fee for them to participate in this year. We've had sponsors step up, specifically East Hampton Chamber of Commerce, Port Washington joining us, Patchogue joining us, Discover Long Island, who's been one of the biggest supporters and puts a lot of marketing muscle behind Winterfest. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here right now, because of what they're all doing is what enabled us to keep the mission going forward and be able to give back to these businesses, at no cost this year. So that's kind of cool. But
and we get crazy people like us who wake up in the morning and go, look, it's February 1st. This thing's kicking off and no one's going anywhere. So
yeah,
let's get two wonderful musicians on board to make this an afternoon. We promised each other we were going to have a glass of wine. I don't know where it is. I know I'm going to grab one soon.
yes.
I'll come back. But right now, let's bring in Vito. We'll talk to Vito.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Stand by, Vito. We're bringing it right in to the fold here. And we'll talk to you a little bit before you get your performance started.
And I haven't seen Vito play yet. So this is, I've had the pleasure of seeing Alex Alexander play at many events, which is cool, which is why I was glad to have him on today. But Vito, this is going to be a new experience for me today. And then I probably will get that glass of wine and kick my feet up.
Hey, Diane, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, Vito. How are you?
How you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Fantastic.
great. Yeah. Well,
Vito,
I just wanted to say, thank you so much for having me. I just want to let you know it's a pleasure to, to be here with you guys both. And I know it's been a challenging year, of course, for everyone. So I do really appreciate that.
we have to put the thanks to you because you were asked less than 2 hours ago to do this. So,
I'm holding my mic because my mic stand is buried in my car, and it's like
okay.
feet out there. So, but no, I appreciate that. Not at all. No worries at all.
You and I were talking before. Your style of play is, I'm sure you caught a little bit of Alex just playing real jazz style. You've got a flamenco flavor, right?
I do, and I play solo in the island, all various locations. It's a flamenco Latin mix. I studied flamenco, like authentic flamenco, for many years. Played with flamenco dancers on Long Island in the city, and I try to bring a different flavor to the island. There are a fantastic amount of musicians on Long Island.
There is.
It's just endless. And I figured, I was, love the style of flamenco. To bring it to the island is something I've always wanted to do. Just a touch or a little iceberg tip of what it is in that, in that flavor, in that genre.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to it. The audience is out there. We're going to keep generating some things. Hey guys, if you're listening, consider a donation, just as if you were in one of our wonderful establishments on Long Island. Just consider a tip for all of our musicians going forward. Thank you so much.
Yeah, both Alex and Vito have donated their time to us for the cause since, we kind of explained our budget earlier. And, I am the one usually advocating, make sure musicians get paid. And so this is really, any event I've ever done, I've never asked anybody to donate their time. So I am more than grateful that you're here today. I'm super excited to hear you. And,
My pleasure.
and I think that, you definitely, we're live now today, but this is going to be stayed up on our Facebook page and our YouTube and the website. And I think definitely it should be an opportunity for any venues that are looking at what we're doing to say, reach out to guys like you and Alex who are continuing to lend your efforts to supporting community building and events like that. So they should reach out and book you. That's my opinion.
No, I appreciate that.
And pay you the prevailing wage.
Right. And if anybody's interested, I have a webpage. It's VitoGenna, VITOGENNA.com. What I'm going to play today is just kind of a mix of like a Gypsy Kings style. I'll do maybe a Santana flamenco influence.
Love it.
We'll start off with like a Paco de Lucia song. You guys hear me okay, right?
Yeah.
All good.
All right.
So you've got the stage till 3:45.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
know.
Thank you.
Have fun. We'll see you in a bit.
Thank you so much. All right, hopefully you enjoyed that. That's by Paco de Lucia. And he actually wrote that at a very young age. Believe it or not, he's an immense musician, of course, and he actually passed away a bunch of years ago. But it's a really beautiful piece of music that he wrote. Um, let's continue along. This is a piece that I composed. It's another in that rumba style, a flamenco rumba. Flamenco has many different styles within its. It's like almost like a branch of trees. Rumba is just one small part of that. There are a lot of other types of styles. So we're still kind of in this rumba feel, in this flamenco rumba feel. This next one is my own creation. It's called Sacromonte. Hope you enjoy it. All right, so that was an original of mine in that rumba style called Sacromonte. And again, my name is Vito Jenna. I can be found on the web at vitojenna.com. Let's continue along. Let's do a Santana piece. Europa, I arranged this. It's got some flamenco influences. Popular song by Santana. Probably well known on his album. Very, very popular song by him. And it's called Europa. Okay, that was Santana, Europa by Santana. Hopefully you're pulling up a chair, having a glass of wine, and enjoying the show. We're gonna continue along, and we'll do a piece. It's called Moyendo Cafe. It has another very popular piece that was done in various forms along the years. It's called Moyendo Cafe. All right. Okay, hopefully you're relaxing by a fire or somewhere warm right now with a glass of wine. And thank you for Winterfest for having me. I just want to mention that again. I really appreciate it. We're going to play another song and more in the flamenco traditional style. This is called tangos. Now, it's not the Argentinian tango that maybe you might be familiar with. In flamenco, there's a form aside from rumba called tangos, and it's in a 4/4 feel, and it is the same name as the Argentinian tango, but completely different rhythmic pattern in the sense and completely different structure. So let's give that a shot. Again, this is traditional tangos, and I'm gonna incorporate a capo for this one. Just it's usually sung, and it gives the authentic feel when we put a capo on the second fret. If you're interested. And by the way, if you have any questions, you can always email me, Jenna at Yahoo about my guitar or any information about flamenco. I'll be delighted to answer your questions. Okay, so this is a tangos traditional sense. This particular one was composed by Emmanuel, and he is actually a British flamenco guitarist. So hopefully you enjoy it. All right, that was a more of a traditional flamenco. They call that a compás or form called tangos. We have some time here still, so let's play some more. And I really appreciate you being here. Let's do a Gypsy Kings. You're familiar maybe with Gypsy Kings? This is one of their compositions. I arranged it a little different than you would normally hear it on the album. So let's give it a shot. Okay, that was a Gypsy Kings piece, and let's continue. Again, my name is Vito Jenna. I'm a Long Island flamenco guitarist. I play solo as well as I do a duo. I play with Latin percussionist Benny Arocho. We actually going to be for Valentine's Day. We're going to be at Rincon Criollo in Huntington Station if anyone's around that night. And of course, social distancing will probably be in a, God willing, heated tent. If the weather's permitting. All right, so let's do another composition, and this one is called Cuevas Roomba, and it's by Paco Peña, one of his pieces, and I hope you enjoy it.
Hey, Vito.
Yay.
Good. I'm just coming in to check in. I came off the driveway. I wanted to make sure you're okay there. You good?
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's going great. Again, thanks for having me.
I heard the last song. It was just beautiful. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you do anything? And again, I was on the driveway, so you may have done it. Do you do anything by Paco de Luca?
Paco de Lucia. Yeah, I did my opening. The very first piece that I played was a Paco de Lucia. But I'm going to do one more. It's called. This song of his is called Entre Dos Aguas. Very famous that he did, and I kind of muddled through it a bit, and I arranged it.
Let me ask you something else. Al Di Meola is considered a progressive guitar player, but to some extent he did some flamenco because he's got an incredible right wrist. Have you ever to try to do any of his stuff? Early?
His music, great, fantastic artist.
One of my favorites.
There's that, Saturday night in San Francisco with him and De Lucia and John McLaughlin. Which is an amazing, in his own right. And he's an electric player, amazing with Chick Corea and some of the jazz that he does. But I haven't really explored too much of his music in terms of arranging it. But it's definitely something on my list that I have to, if I had another lifetime, but it's definitely on my list.
We're not letting you off easy today. We're giving you challenges, but I tell you, I'm going to send you a few suggestions from him. Not a lot of people do Al Di Meola. All within your possibility. I'm not saying you're not going to practice for like 6 weeks straight, but
yeah, right. Is that one song? What was that Mediterranean? That I think.
Yes. Yeah. Gypsy something or other. Yes. I'm going to look it up as we're talking. Hello, Diane. Were you out there as well doing some skiing and floating around?
So while we've been doing this live stream today, my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter Natalie, being very creative, I did this from a while ago. Our back deck, we built up all the snow, and she made a homemade toboggan run in the backyard. So I had to go film it before it gets dark, and I missed the opportunity. So yes, I ran out, and here I am. I'm back.
So sounds like fun.
I put the Al Di Meola link inside the Facebook Live. It's absolutely insane. Just enjoy it later.
I'll check it.
It's called "Race with the Devil on Spanish Highway." It is an electric piece, but there's another piece I'm going to send you that's perfect for what you do as well. But you should listen to this anyway. It's amazing.
Hey, I have a little known fun fact. I used to work for Al Di Meola.
You're kidding me.
Oh, really?
I'm not kidding you. And it's not something I really talk about much because it just doesn't come up in conversation.
What? I'm a huge fan, and I have such a cool story about meeting him. It's going to be quick. I'll just tell you, I was 16 years old. I snuck backstage at MSG with 4 other friends, and we hung with Al Di Meola. I was only 16. That's true. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I had a little short stint doing his marketing and merchandising, and at the way back beginning of my career. I was 1994, I think. So he was doing the album with Paco de Lucia and
that's what he just mentioned. John.
Yeah. Yep. I think he just finished that album, and then he made one of the new, I forgot what album it was. We were at Old Westbury Garden. He was touring. So
this is worth mentioning. The way that Al makes a living now is, and you may know this, Vito or Diane, that he actually invites people to his house and studio.
He cooks, right?
And cooks them an incredible meal. It's sort of like what we here. And the lucky person gets, well, I say lucky, I know they shell out for this, but they have the meal, they have the lesson, they have the studio tour, and I believe they stay over, but it's cool.
Hey, when it's not COVID, I'll do that. You can come to my house, $5 a person. I just got to clean up and deal with the
I think
kids.
he's in Jersey actually too, I believe, because I remember seeing that clip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. That's an interesting, Diana, you actually worked for him for a little bit. That's great.
Yeah, I have a long history in the music business for sure. So
very cool.
I got to where I am today, and that's why you see me involved with so many different music-based events, like Alive on 25 and Winterfest, and all the different things I've done. And just I went to Five Towns College.
Excellent. Very
cool. Wow.
Little fun facts. So
fun facts. All right, Vito, take us out of this. You could do 1 or 2 more. I'll leave that up to you.
All right, we'll do one more. We'll do a. I guess we'll try and do that Paco de Lucia.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna get a glass of wine.
Get the wine ready, right?
So after this song, we'll toast together to
All right.
the opening of
Sounds good.
Winterfest, okay?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vito.
Yeah, that's Intro dos Aguas, one of his very popular compositions that you probably can look up.
Beautiful. You play beautiful, honestly.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, such a fitting, I think, style for today. Just relaxing.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the fire that Diane has in the back, that looks great. It's perfect setting.
Yeah, Diane, please be careful you don't burn your hair, okay?
No. I've got John Golden watching out to make sure I'm safe. So
Johnny, how are you? Say hello to
he's
John.
hiding in the background.
So vitojenna.com. Please go to Vito's website, support Vito.
Oh, look, there he is.
Hi, guys.
There he is. There's another musician in the background. Billboard, right?
Yeah, building snowflakes today.
Oh, now 70s Rock Parade, not Billboard
Oh.
anymore. Formerly, the band formerly known as Billboard Live. Now
What they
70s
call?
Rock Parade.
Okay. It's good. That's a good name. That's fantastic. So Diane, let's take this audience out on what they can expect for the next 6 weeks, on this
You
year,
got it.
2021.
First of all, let's toast.
Let's talk.
Sorry you don't have a drink, Vito, but
It was, I should have been well prepared. But
Here's
absolutely
We're
cheers.
toasting
Thank you.
Vito. We're
Winterfest.
toasting you.
you can do it later. You can toast us and we'll get it. So here's to Winterfest 2021 and carrying on music and arts and culture even in a pandemic. So, and
Thank
to
you so much.
everyone,
Absolutely.
support your local businesses, get takeout, whatever you feel safe doing. And when live music return, tip your musicians. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Mm,
Thanks for having me again. I really appreciate it.
yummy.
You're welcome. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you. So I'm excited. I realize that, through this conversation, it looks like we're going to get Port Jeff on board with Winterfest. We're going to talk about that. You guys have some cool stuff coming up that you mentioned. So we're going to see what we can get onto our calendar. And, for people listening out there, just bear with us. We're going to, we have an event section on the Long Island Winterfest website. As people are coming back to life from, being closed down for the holidays or whatever, they're adding events and different things. And I think you and I are going to have a meeting and we're going to talk about doing a show like this every week. I'm going to be out there doing some Facebook Lives in different towns and talking with some of the different people and venues wherever I can get to that's safe, so people can see what's going on out there. And I'm excited. This was great today. It's just really, it was really cool to hear music and know that we're celebrating Winterfest today, just in a different way.
Absolutely. Feels good.
Yep.
So thanks to everybody watching, and we'll be in touch. Stay in touch with liwinterfest.com, and we'll talk to you really soon, Diane.
Okay.
All right. Have a great. Stay warm. And
Yeah.
thanks. Take
Yes.
care. Bye-bye.